It's the NFL on EA Sports, and all eyes are on Saquon Barkley. He's trying to join the ultra-exclusive club of 2,000-yard rushers in a single year. It's the 49ers and the Rams, under the lights on Thursday night.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partner, it's week 15. Just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch? Where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football at the end of the regular season when you're in playoff contention. But for those who aren't, this is where you have an opportunity as a player to extend your career, get invited back to training camp next season. A lot of teams' years are made at the end of the year, and a lot of individual players' careers are made down the stretch here in these final couple weeks.
The Rams led out by a Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford, second among all active passers in the NFL. Only Aaron Rodgers has thrown for more yards. Hard to believe, Greg, it's already season 16 for the man out of the University of Georgia.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. If they get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today, they've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. First carry here for Kyren Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Third and long. Out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. He'll take this in back at the 16. And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense set to get to work for the first time. And there is the guy at the top of the game, Patrick Mahomes, their quarterback.
Now, Mike, at this level here in the NFL, you just rarely see the type of performance where one player on the field just stands out that much against his peers. But that's exactly what we saw out of this quarterback a week ago. I mean, throwing for all those touchdowns, that's one thing. But the fact that he was able to protect the ball in the process is what really was impressive to me. I mean, it's not like he was just out there in the backyard chucking the ball all over the place. I mean, he was methodical, cerebral, lethal with his approach. Truthfully, I have no idea how you follow up a performance like that, but I'm certainly excited to see what he has in store.
And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down. Once again, it's Barkley. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Open man downfield is Kittle. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he's shedding tacklers left and right, winding his way for a gain of 8.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That is caught. What a job to keep the play alive. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, 49ers. That touchdown gives him 18 on the season. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player? Put him in a good matchup, let him go win, and give him a chance. That's exactly what they do here, and I think we're going to see a lot of this the rest of the game.
So, 7-0 to score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a short pickup past the 25. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Punt team headed out for the Rams. As he'll be standing just inside the back line of the end zone. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And what a return. He sets up the offense inside the red zone. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he will score. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, San Francisco.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack that should be the final play of this first quarter. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. The Niners have the early advantage. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Play action, step. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If this quarterback's offensive line had as much fight as he does, I don't think they'd be in this situation to begin with. I mean, it's not even halftime here, Mike, and they've already given up 6 sacks at this rate.
And this drive is a disaster. He goes down for a 3rd consecutive time. The Rams punting unit coming out as this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken in at the 50. And he's going to take it all the way. Electric moment on the return for touchdown. A special teams magic moment from the rookie who takes it all the way. What a great way to announce yourself to your teammates as a huge part of this team.
Yeah, and there's no greater way to establish value and to earn a role on a team, Mike, than through special teams. Now, when you could do it as a returner and you can impact the game by putting points on the board, man, that is different. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and that is a huge impact play here by the young rookie.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. They try again. It's 2nd and 10. It'll be a run out of the gun with Williams. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no good.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
This has been a clinic tape as far as how do you rush the quarterback. From all 3 levels, their ability to get the quarterback on the ground is pretty remarkable, and it's still early here in the game, and if this offense doesn't get going here and protect the quarterback, we could be looking at a record-setting performance.
And he is going backwards. Good coverage there to make sure he did not get free. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Going up top. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. And with that last pickup, it's a new NFL record. He has the most total yards by a running back in a single season in NFL history.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll run the toss to Barkley. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, 49ers. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, here's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Ready. Cup in motion. Right back to Williams. They connect again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Tight end motioning left. They go play action with Mahomes. Going for it all. That is brought in. A big play to kick off this drive. 45 yards.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
First down throw, Mahomes. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, San Francisco. 2 more touchdowns for him here. Now 19 for the year. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Boswell adds the extra point, and the 49ers add on to their already sizable lead. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Stafford. And that's going to be picked by Jalen Ramsey. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Niners offense and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. He has played well all season long, entering this final stretch of games in December and January as the NFL leader in touchdown passes. Here's Patrick. He'll throw it on first down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. He's had a lot of success throwing the ball early. Look at the numbers. Already up over 200 passing yards. On first down, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Goes without saying, Mike, you have to be smart with the ball, especially down here in the red zone. You're already in scoring position. And I understand they're trying to come away with a touchdown, but at the very least, come away with 3. Worst case scenario is you turn the ball over and you come away with nothing.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal.
A 44-yard attempt.
And that one is off the left upright. He missed it. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. Some of the best games of the weekend come in that 1 o'clock Eastern window, one of which features the Panthers at home in Carolina as they get set to take on the Dallas Cowboys. More good stuff later in the afternoon, one being down in the desert, where it'll be the Cardinals at home in Glendale, taking on the New England Patriots. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be a great one between the Green Bay Packers and the Seattle Seahawks. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go. Both these teams running through their final adjustments. It's time for the second half. And for the call, let's get it back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. A safe kick taken at the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's putting together a remarkable season, currently leading the NFL in passing yards as we play here in the month of December. Saquon Barkley! And he's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, 49ers. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. And that back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. A short one taken at the 10. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Stafford now. This one complete to Atwell. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And that is incomplete.
Pretty unforgettable performance so far in the first half, Mike, and they're going to try to figure this out here in the second half and try to gain some momentum, figure out what's going to work, where are our matchups, and let's go try to put a drive together and get some points, because so far this has been a struggle, and they just cannot get anything going through the air. Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities, and for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line, and we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he is going to score a pick 6 for the touchdown. Second half, and the defense continues to be item 1 in this game. They've done the job keeping the offense in control, and now, Greg, they scored on their own.
Yeah, and they've just been dominant the entire day, Mike, and now to come up with a pick 6 here and just further their dominance, it's been an impressive performance all around for this defense.
Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will add one more onto their big lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And it's a poor kick here. Doesn't even make the landing zone. So that means the ball's going to come out to the 40-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Stafford. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. He'll let this go. Deep shot for Atwell. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part, I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The 49ers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. So a big one there to start the drive. It's a gain of 34.
I love this play call, Mike. You see it so often. They say after sudden change, take a shot. Now, if you're the defensive side of the ball, you have to be prepared. You know that's what NFL offenses love to do. In this case, they either weren't ready for it or they were unable to stop it. But either way, big pickup here right out of the gate to get this drive started.
From the 1-yard line, first down and goal. Now, Mahomes. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it'll be second and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
On second down, Mahomes. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up.
Third and goal, Mahomes. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Patrick Mahomes. Touchdown, San Francisco. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
On for the extra point is Boswell. He knocks it through. And the 49ers stretch things out even further. Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Cup in motion. A give, and here comes Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
That's to last year's rookie sensation, Puka Nacua. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold. Second down, it's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. We're all set to kick this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. 1st and 10 for Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now Mahomes. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. A ball deep for the end zone. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. This one not on target. It is short. It is right. It is no good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's a throw right side. It's going to be incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced. And at other times, it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Myles Garrett, the All-Pro, there to bring him down. We're about ready now for the punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Take it in, back at his own 12. And it winds up a very solid return as he gets it up past the 30. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. And this is going to be a big loss. He kept retreating, looking for an escape hatch, found nothing. And they get him down well behind the line.
Yellow.
On 2nd down, Barkley has an opening, past the 40. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, San Francisco. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Greg, in the end zone again, I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
The kick is good. Makes the score W62. Rams nothing. Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. And this ball is not going to get to the 20, so that's whistled dead, and the ball gets placed at the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
On first down, it's Stafford. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Yellow.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. There he goes, inside the 30. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Saquon Barkley, touchdown, 49ers. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Boswell now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers will open it up. Here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
And middle.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball.
Now a loose football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front, because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
This is taken at his own 30. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field. They'll run. It's Barkley. Whoa. 17 yards, the gain there. It's good for a Niners first down.
And what's that one thing you hear from coaches all the time, Mike, right? Finish strong, and he's doing just that. His numbers here in this one, they have been terrific. But he's going to give you a full 4 quarters, and I think at this point in the game, he knows there's even more yards to be had.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was Justin Jefferson, and it'll lead to a second down. From the gun, Jackson. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Well, there's refusing to take your foot off the gas, and then there's this. I'm not even sure really how to classify it. I mean, to have this type of lead in the 4th quarter and still continue to air it out. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pay attention to this after the game coach's handshake. I think could be pretty interesting.
To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Here comes Chris Boswell to try a field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And the Niners will add to their lead here in the 4th quarter.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so they're going to blow it dead,
out of bounds.
and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. A first down throw for Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical. You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
The Niners offense and running back Saquon Barkley heading back on the field. And the drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And he'll get 4 here, up to the 24-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. From out of the gun, they give it to Barkley. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is how you just keep wearing down a defense. You find yourself with a pretty big lead. Now can they just lean on this run game the rest of the way and close this game out with a win?
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Hey, help.
Second down, Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player, and when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
On for the extra point is Boswell. And now it's a flip back to the kicker. It's a fake. This will be caught. And he's going to take this into the end zone. I wasn't sure we'd ever see a fake extra point again, but this one works. So instead of one, they get two. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and it comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line.
Automatic first down.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw is Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Oh, a loose football. And it looked like one of the Rams got there first, and indeed, L.A. will keep the ball. So a win here for the 49ers. Their perfect season continues here into the month of December as they continue to be the #1 team in all of football. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara.